So, hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Football Prediction Podcast Show, where we bring you football predictions that will help you make better informed decisions. Basically, so we share our playbook with you every single day, and so far it has been going so well. I believe yesterday we shared nine sporting events for you guys here on the channel, and from those nine that we shared, seven of those were successful, and we lost two of those. We will look at how that went. Celtic, Celtic, Celtic. Is it Celtic or Celtic? Chaotic, Celtic, Celtic. Okay. So, if you're first time coming across the channel, you're welcome. Welcome to the channel. What we do here, it will help you increase your chances of winning significantly as a football prediction fan. We share insight, about these football predictions that we bring to you guys and what we consider safe market options as well as value picks, you know, combined together, basically just what we think is going to happen possibly and give you the best possible tips on here every day. That's what we do. Okay, so we're inviting you to become a part of this community, and we like to call them what we like to call savvy sports traders on here that we're building. That's what we're trying to build. Okay, guys, and that's exactly what we've been doing so far, if you ask me. So you're welcome, everyone. Take 1 second of your time and hit that like button. You know how we do it for the culture. It will be very beneficial to all of us, myself, the team, yourselves. Hitting the like button takes 1 second to do that, and it's free of charge. Subscribe if it's the first time coming across the channel and football prediction is something you're interested in. If you are serious about increasing your chances of winning, you are in the right place. Okay, guys or ladies and gentlemen, matter of fact, you're in the right place. And everyone, don't forget to turn your notification bells on. It will be very important to do that as we go on this journey to beating the odds. So, welcome back, guys. My name is Huka, and I will be your humble host on this daily football prediction podcast show, bringing you football prediction, as put together by the team to help you guys be able to make better informed decisions and beat the odds in the long run. That's exactly why we set up this channel yesterday in the first segment of the show, which is the So You Think You Can Punt section. We provided the sporting events for you guys to try your hands on between Bodo Glimt and Stromgras. That one ended in a 5-0 scoreline, and unfortunately, nobody was able to get that one correctly. That score, correct score.
Oh no!
So another shout out has been wasted, and another slot, gone. Still waiting, more like for you guys to fill it up, basically. Okay, so that being said, we have another sporting event for you guys today. If it's your first time coming across the channel, this segment of the show is powered by Mega Parry. And what happens here is every day we pick a single sporting event, and then we show it to you guys, asking you to bring your correct scores about that sporting event in the comment section. Comment what the correct score is from your end, what you think it will be, and when you get that correctly, you get a shout out on the channel, and you get to win a 1 month free premium subscription with us, where you get that one right, and also you blow that open for everyone on the channel to enjoy that, because we do have bad days, and that really helps. So today was a good day, if you ask me. We had key sporting events that made sense, that had value to it. If you really went through the videos, you would have gotten that. So today's sporting event we have for you guys is the interesting one, and that's between Crystal Palace and Fredrikstad. Okay, so I'm looking at Crystal Palace. Their development so far has been amazing, even to get to this point of the international tournament of any kind at all. Shows that they are really growing, and they did win the Community Shield again over Liverpool. Before that, I think they had a go draw with Liverpool 1-1. So they are really a team that is building to something. So it is interesting to see how they're gonna fare in this one today. And that's why I picked this sporting event. So let us know what you think the correct score will be in this one in the comment section, and stand a chance to win that, shout out, and of course a 1 month free premium subscription when you get that correctly. Powered by Mega Parry. A big shout out to them. All right, guys. Okay, so shout out to Mega Parry for sponsoring this one. Every premium slot one is paid for by Mega Parry, so that's why we shout out to them every single time we do that. All right, guys. And so we move to the second segment of this video, where We look at the results from yesterday and see what happens in those sporting events, because we like to believe on this channel that nothing will be lost at all. More like a recycling of information, data, and everything to help us learn, because we will always be learning as we go on this journey. Okay, in life generally it's important to learn, right? So we'll learn from our losses and the wins, of course. What happened? How did the win even happen? Was it close win? Was it a tight one? That all those kind of information, it does help you, build most. I always tell people that, look, that section of the show is very important. It's like if you skip class in school, you know what happens when you skip class in school, right? You might not be as knowledgeable as people that go to class. So that's what's gonna happen. So let's get right into that and see what happened yesterday in all of the sport, just across all the sporting events that we had for you guys yesterday. Okay, guys. So come with me, guys. Let's look at what happened yesterday. So the first sporting event we're looking at right now was the final. This was the last one that took place actually tonight. And I think in the Telegram community, I told you guys to go and book, this one. Even when the day was over, it looked rough, but I told you guys these were the two sporting events left. This one and Cerro Potino. We should put those two together. You had two odds or thereabout then, and I told you guys to do that, and the both were successful. So Juventus and Vasco da Gama was the first sporting event. Is the first sporting event we were looking at, and from our end, we gave the home team win or draw at 1.54 was our peak there. In that sporting event, we saw how we expected Juventus to win. A lot of people went for Vasco da Gama to win or draw, but from the team, from analysis, we felt like this was just the way to go, and that was successful. Basically, very beautiful and high odd there, valuable one. Basically, imagine if you went with the home team to win, how that would have been. So next sporting event we had, we're looking at is between Estande La Plata and Cerro Porteño. This one was under 3.5 goals. We peaked there at 1.24, even though the original prediction was under 2.5. If you guys remember from the insight we gave yesterday, this one ended in a 0-0 scoreline, successfully won. Next sporting event was between Bolton and Reading. This was already a conflicting event in itself from what we saw yesterday, and that's why we went with the home team to win or away team to win at the end of 90 minutes. We still try to avoid that, whatever the inconsistency is in that sporting event, and look at that. It still got to us, ended in a 1-1 draw. In all honesty, that game was this was the correct score we got from the team, basically 1-1 draw. But I just felt like a draw was going to be hard to come by in this one. But then again, it is what it is. It happened, and we've learned from that that these two teams are just gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be a thing. We just have to watch them this season, right? And look at how the team reports about them as we go. So 1.22 is the odd for what we picked and we lost that. Next sporting event was between Basel and Copenhagen. We went for over 2 goals in that one at 1.57 to try and get some value from that, but we didn't lose that. You would have gotten a refund if you went with this option there, basically. So two exact goals, over 2 goals at our peak, you would have gotten your money back if you backed that event like this, right? Next sporting event we had was between Bodo and Stromgras. This was the one we asked you guys to provide your correct scores about in the comment section, and our home team was our peak there at 1.65 in that sporting event. I wanted to go with goal in that one if I remember correctly, but I just felt like Bodo was, going to be in. They had the results or the stats show that they were on fire in their home, and they just really smashed these guys out the park. It was a crazy one yesterday. Glad we went with the home win in this one at 1.65. Very valuable odd there. Next sporting event we had is between Celtic, and Kariat Almaty. It is very, very surprising to see Chelsea drawing with Almaty. Really surprising, actually. But then again, I still remember back in Celtic a while ago, and it took the dying minute for Celtic to get that goal. And watching that gameplay, Celtic are supposed to be winning this sporting event. I do not understand what is really going on with Celtic at the moment. Funny enough, one of the tools we used to do our research and analysis was predicting Celtic draw, but it was a 2-2 draw there, and to see this ending a draw also is kind of weird. So these two sporting events we lost were events that they all had a question mark to them yesterday. But then again, we always go with what we have to make a decision about them and move, right? So it is what it is. 1.39 was a peak for that one yesterday. Next is the game between Notts County and Shrewsbury Town. And we went for the home team to draw no bet, at 1.32, and that was successful 4-1. Shrewsbury, Notts County really got really they're really back on. Even though the result said they are both sloppy, but Notts County has more to offer, basically more like, and you can see that 1.32. Next sporting event was between South End United in York City, and our peak there was under 3.5 goals to be seen in that sporting event, and that one ended in a 0-0 scoreline at 1.37 value there, really, and it was really a good one, good peak. Next sporting event was between El Guna and Ghazi El Mala from Egypt, and we talked about both teams not scoring. BTS no, and you can see for yourselves nobody scored. And if you follow the insights, he talked about how these two teams were not scoring at all. The report just said everything we needed to know about this one yesterday. It was going to be a dog game, and look at that. And I think I watched that sporting event during the break where I was watching the commentary, and you could see the expression on the commentator's face. They were tired of these two teams. They were talking about how these guys are not just bowling it at all. You could see the expression on their faces, like like it was disappointing completely. But it is what it is. So at 1.54, we got that one yesterday. So that's basically it for that results section of the show, guys. So moving on to the ones we have for today. Guys, before we do that, ensure that you're hitting the like button. It's very important to do that. It takes 1 second, it's free of charge for the culture. Subscribe the first time coming across the channel. These are the kinds of results we pull in every other day, and it will help you increase your chances of winning significantly. All you have to do is pay attention, go through the insights that we provide, which we will be providing for you, and the options that we provide too. So go with the ones that you agree with, okay, guys? So if you feel like your instincts are not sharp enough, we have left a video that will teach you how to, carve these sporting events into sleeps. Okay, and that should appear on your screen now. You might want to go and watch that before you head on back here to get the information and do what you need to do. Okay, that's going to help you. But then again, the insights themselves should help you know which sporting events are most likely going to happen. Okay, so just pay attention to it as much as you can. Okay, so we're done with class now. Let's get right into real life events that will be taking place today. So, yeah, let's go, guys. All right, so let's go into the sporting events that we have for you guys today, really quickly. Look at what we have. Today is 20th of August, 2025, and the first sporting event we have, is between Skendija and Ludogorets. Before we get into that, guys, like I said, don't take 1 second, to hit that like button. Please check now that you've done that. You've actively hit that like button, subscribe if it's the first time we're coming across the channel, okay? And turn your notification bells on, guys. And also, you could share this, and don't forget to leave your comments about that sporting event we talked about, so you think you can point section, so you guys can stand a chance to win that one, okay? Nigerian subscribers, we have created a new channel for you guys, for those who are saying about the length of the video and how data costs and all of that. Brilliant. Our team has worked on that, and we've created a new channel for you guys. So if you find this kind of cumbersome, you can head there for more tips. Okay, so the first sporting event we had is the game between Skendija and Ludogorets. And the preview says that Skendija hosts Ludogorets in the first leg of their European qualifying tie. The hosts are eager to get an advantage at home before they return to Bulgaria. While the visitors are in strong um, form domestic, and in Europe, basically form. So team form, basically. Now Skendija, the North Macedonian side, knows the importance of home advantage, but may struggle for consistency against a higher quality team. Now Ludogorets, the Bulgarian champions, have extensive European experience, and attacking depth, so they will play cautiously to manage tie over both legs, okay, given the experience that they have. So while Skendija will come out strong, Ludogorets quality and experience should balance things out, basically. So we're predicting a draw with a 1-1, final scoreline being the most realistic, outcome in this one. So for us, we're going with the draw no bet option at 1.45 just to get more value from this. And we think that Ludogorets should be able to win this one today. But then again, if they don't and they draw, like the 1-1 score suggests, we get our funds back, right? So that's how we try to play that one, okay? So value and safety, we're trying to balance those two up. Next sporting events between Midland, and Kupus. Yeah, just to make sure. Okay, that's the next one. Midland and Kupos, and the report here says that FC Midland, host Kupos in the first leg of their European clash. The Danish side, with far greater experience at this level, is the overwhelming favorite, to win the tie. While the visitors face a tough test to stay in the competition, so team form, Midland, the host, are strong favorites to reach, the Europa League knockout rounds last season. The attacking quality and the European experience are expected to be a major factor in this match. So Kupos, on the other hand, the Finnish team has had a strong qualifying run, but their lack of experience compared to Midland leaves them, vulnerable. So they will likely struggle to contain the Danish side for 90 minutes. Okay, so prediction here says this looks to be a straightforward assignment, for the host. FC Midland is expected to, secure a comfortable lead at home in the first leg. So we will be going with Midland to win here. This was not, sorry, this is going to be edited now to a home win. That was supposed to be our peak there, not under 3.5. So we'll go with a home win here. Just straightforward one at 1.3, 1.23 actually. I think 1.23 was what I saw earlier. So 1.23 will be our peak in that one, right? So yeah, so that's that for that. So moving on to the next sporting event we have between Brann and Lanaka, AK Lanaka and the Portuguese. SK Brann hosts A Lanaka in Norway for the first leg of a finely poised European qualification or qualifying, tie. Both teams have struggled for consistency on the continent. So team form talks about, SK Brann, the Norwegians, had have a difficult, record at home in Europe, and they remain a hard side to break down on their own turf. They will look to use home advantage to gain a lead basically here. So Lanaka, on the other hand, the Cyprus team also finds it difficult on the road. While they can create chances, their defensive vulnerabilities are a major concern heading into this one. So this looks to be a close game. However, Barnes' home advantage is expected to be the defining factor in securing a victory, a first leg victory. So here we're going with an over 1.5 goals in this sporting event, given all of this report we have. Look, these teams are in this league for a reason, okay? And that reason is because they're not so good. Most of them are not so good. So you have to be cautious here, okay? If it's not a complete mismatch, you have to be cautious. I mean, look at Celtic yesterday. So we're going over 1.5. We're going over 1.5 goals here at 1.33. Over 1.5 goals at 1.33 is very, it makes sense for a team that has a defensive vulnerability, and that's what we decided to go with here. Okay. Next sporting event is because the home team is expected to score to win. So to win, you have to score, right? So score one goal, I think the rest will follow. Now, Lech Poznan and Genk is the next sporting event we have, and the report says Lech Poznan and Genk face off in a fascinating European qualifying tie on Thursday night. Both teams are looking to gain a crucial advantage in the first leg. Team from talks about Lech Poznan, the Polish champions are a difficult side to beat at home, and their defensive solidity and ability to grind a result make them strong contenders for victory in this one. So Genk, on the other hand, has plenty of attacking qualities. Take note, attacking qualities, but their forwards have yet to find their scoring form this season. This lack of cutting edge could be costly against a disciplined opponent. So a prediction here is while a draw is possible, Let Poznan's strong home form is expected to be the deciding factor in this match. So we've gone with BTS, yes, to be had in this sporting event at 1.60. And this was backed by, statistics, a lot of events research carried out on this one. It shows just clearly that these two teams concede and score very, very frequently. I think virtually the last 5 games they've had combined, the 10 games they've had together have had all BTS in it. So we don't think it's going to be any different today. Okay, guys. So next sporting event we have is between Zrinki Mostar and Utrecht. And the report here says that Zrinki Mostar, welcomes FC Utrecht in the first leg of the European, qualifier. Both teams are looking to take a crucial step forward in the competition. Team form talks about Mostar, the hosts, have been inconsistent, recently struggling in both form and defensive stability. Utrecht, on the other hand, despite their recent loss, has shown excellent form this season with their superior squad depth and attacking options. They are the clear favorites in this one. So Udrichet's overall quality and depth are expected to be enough to secure a victory in his first leg. So, given that report, we're going with a away side draw no bet in this one at 1.57. The value should be kept. Basically, I expect Udrichet to win. So, guys, at this point, just a gentle reminder to take 1 second of your time, hit that like button. First time I'm coming across the channel, you've seen how we do it. This is how we do so far. We share everything we have. Basically, you like the vibe. This is something content you find valuable. We're inviting you to hit that subscribe button to become part of this community of what we like to call savvy sports traders that we're building on here. And don't forget to turn notification bells on so you'll be the first to know when we post something of value here. And don't forget to share this video, guys. Okay. Next sporting event is between Hernan and Lega Warshaw. And the report here says that Hernan hosts Lega Warshaw in the first leg of the European qualifier, with both teams aiming for an early advantage. Now, team form talks about the hosts will look to use their home advantage, but their recent struggles are a concern as they're yet to win, in their 3 matches at the Esther Road this season. So Liga Washer, on the other hand, arrives with greater confidence. So their resilience and ability to perform away from home gives the Polish side a strong chance to secure a positive result basically in Scotland. So this looks to be a tightly contested one with little to separate the two sides. So as I said earlier, one thing I keep in mind is these teams are in this Europa League or Conference League for a reason. They're not so good. They concede a lot or they've had issues, and that's why they're all here. So it's very important to tread cautiously. So we're going with over 2 goals in this one at 1.42. So we expect 2 goals to be seen here or more at more. So if you get 2 goals, you get your money back exactly. But if it's more than 2 goals, you get something. The only way you lose is when you 0-0 or a 1-0 scoreline in this one. So next sporting event between Crystal Palace and Fredrikstad. And the review says, this is the one we ask you guys to provide your correct scores about in the comment section. So please pay attention, okay? And read with me if you can. So Crystal Palace hosts Norwegian side Fredrikstad in the first leg of the European qualifiers, aiming to establish a commanding lead at home. Now, the team form says, Crystal Palace, the Eagles, have significant attacking quality and will look to press high to secure a decisive first leg advantage, okay? Now, Fredrikstad, on the other hand, visitors are expected to adopt a defensive approach to stay in the tie. Now, however, the lack of experience against top level opposition makes them vulnerable. After all is said and done, prediction here says the gulf in quality between these two sides should be evident. Crystal Palace is expected to be too strong for Showhorse Park and secure a comfortable victory in this one today. So we're going with over 2.5 goals on our end, to be seen in a sporting event at 1.42. That's what we think is going to happen there. Okay. So moving on, next sporting event is the game between Neman and Real Vallecano. This Real Vallecano team, I think, is owned by Ronaldo de Lima, if I remember correctly. Has he moved on from that? I think I'll check that. So the report says that Neman welcomed Real Vallecano for the first leg of their European qualifier, with the hosts looking to continue their resilient run while the visitors aim to take control of the tie, right? So Neman, on first hand, the Belarusian side has shown great determination to progress this far, but defensive varieties, remain a major concern coming up against a higher quality opponent. They will need to stay compact and disciplined to avoid being punished. Now, Real Vallecano, on the other hand, the Spanish outfit arrived with strong attacking options, including informed players such as, EC, Palazon, and Jorge Dos Fritos. So their creativity and pace in the final touch should prove or provide them, with opportunities to break down Neman's defense, right? So defensive problems, players that are creative and fast, doesn't spell. It's not a good look for Neman. Okay, even if they're at home. So while our prediction, while Neman may put up resistance, Real Vallecano's quality in attack, especially, take note, should see them, take the first leg advantage. So and away win is our pick here at 1.21. This straightforward one. Great. So we're moving on to the next event. Aberdeen and FCB. This one carries value. Aberdeen, this sporting event is actually, I've seen this as a draw in many tools sites. It just has draw written all over it, basically, at the end of the day. So I just felt to say this. I took note. I said I was going to say this on the show for you guys to know this can be a draw. I've never predicted a draw before, but this one really, really stinks of draw. So Aberdeen hosts Romanian side FCSB in the first leg of their European qualifiers. Both teams are looking to secure a crucial advantage, before the return fixture in Bucharest, setting the stage for a competitive match. Team form: Aberdeen, the Dons have had slow start to the season and lack consistency. They will rely on home support, but their ability to match FCB's quality is questionable. Now, FCB, on the other hand, the Romanian side, has already shown its European pedigree this season. With their experience and attacking quality, they will be confident in frustrating Aberdeen on the road. So, prediction time. This looks like a balanced tie, with both teams likely to cancel each other out ahead of the return leg. A draw seems the most likely outcome. I think so too. So, we've gone with a way to win or draw. So, we think if anybody's going to win this sporting event today, it will be the away side. Okay, so a way to win or draw at 1.51 is our peak in our sporting event. Okay, guys. So next sporting event between Malmo and Sigma Omluk Olomouc. And it also says, the host, Sigma Omluk, in their first leg of their European qualifier, the Swedish champions aim to secure a strong advantage at home before the return leg. Now, team form says Malmo, as a team with significant European experience, Malmo is well versed in high pressure matches and is expected to control the tempo. Sigma, on the other hand, the Czech side, is returning to Europe football, for the first time in almost a decade. While they've had promising domestic start, step up in quality will be a major test for them. So, with that clarity, with that clear quality, sorry, and experience, Malmo should have a decisive edge at home, especially being at home. So, but given that, this looks like we don't really know what's going to happen here. So we're going with, the BTS in halftime of the sporting events. No, we don't expect both teams to score in halftime, 45 minutes, okay, at 1.21. Actually, in the real sense of it, we don't expect both teams to score in full time, okay, but we are sports traders. So we'll just take half of the mark, half time, and then by halftime, we're out of the market, and then we can see what happens from there on, okay? So because we are sports traders, we like to play with wisdom, right? So that being said, next sporting event, okay, that's it. Uh, Here's the booking code, the Mega Party booking code. Guys, please register with Mega Party. The link is in our profile page. You guys should go there and register because you can get a 200% bonus. Let me type that so that you guys will see. You get a 200% bonus when you register with Mega Party, right? On your first deposit, you get 200%. All you have to do is use this code, the Forbes, like this, the Forbes, spelled like this, the Forbes. Use this promo code when you're registering, or you get the link in our bio. But if you're not using the link in our bio, use the promo code to register, right? And you get up to 200% when you register with that promo code. Okay, so this is the booking code for the sporting events we've called for you guys today on Mega Party. If you're using other bookmarkers, good luck with that though. But please register with Mega Party. It will help you because actually there's some days when we have some options. The coming days are coming when we'll have those options that we cannot, do without, especially when the league resumes properly. Corners, just a lot of them, red cards, shots on goals. You can never tell. So please do that. So that being said, that'll be all for today. That'll be all for now. Ensure that you're liking this video, subscribing, and turning your notification bells on. Very important to do that. If you're first time coming across the channel, we're inviting you to become a part of this community. Go to the videos. Very important to watch it, but guys, watch the videos. Very, very, very important to do that. Okay. So note that there are factors that can affect the outcome of these events. You have factors like VAR, you have red cards, you have own goals, you have penalty kicks, injury and fitness concerns to key players. Just when these sporting events are going on, can affect the outcome of these events. So that being said, it is very important, to gamble responsibly and do not stick more than you can afford to let go of. Okay, guys, it's very important to note that because sports betting is a marathon, it is not a sprint. So if you don't win today, tomorrow is another day to try and get it right. All right. So that being said, that will be all for now. If there's any other thing I missed, I don't think so. Note that information provided here is shared to help you make better informed decisions. By the way, it's not financial advice of any sort. I mean, you didn't see any math there, right? This is just information for you to use to your advantage. That's exactly what we do here. Share this information to you guys. Go out there and do what you need to do by making out slips from this one. Okay, guys, you're required to do that. Okay, so that's why we call it a community of CV sports trading. Okay, so that being said, that'll be all for now. Till we see you again in the next episode. I am yours truly, H to the double O. Until then, may the odds be in our favor today and always, guys. Peace out. I'll see you guys around. It's a pleasure to be here.